Constipation. I can't take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and they themselves alike, welcome to Comedy and Crumpets with Dylan and Pat. Everybody, I'm Pat Treuer. To the side of me, to this side, that side is Mr. Dylan Mandlsohn, all the way from Toronto, Canada. I'm here in Breckenridge, Colorado. We're excited to be here. Right off the top here, we got to say hello to our favorite fan, Blair Woods.
Blair Woods, Ray and Dylan's mom. Excited today's show.
Yeah. I tell you what, buddy, I'll take the reading today. Okay?
Yeah, okay, you take the reading. I do want to say to everybody, first of all, thank you for tuning in again to those who are watching. But I have had like a migraine for the past 4 days. It has been a phenomenal state of being. I don't get migraines. It's a very rare experience for me. And there's a lot of people that do. They have a lot of advice for me. And I took Advil, didn't work. Tylenol extra strength didn't work. Yeah. Today I was told to take a cold shower. Okay. An ice cold shower, not just a cool shower, but just run the cold. I don't know if this is a real thing, but I tried it and I was screaming, like just, you know what I mean? Like I was in there just swearing at the water, just trying to buckle through this cold shower. Like has neighbors just going, "What's going on down here?"
Yeah. Has anyone recommended developing an opioid addiction?
No one's recommended that yet. But I'm open to suggestions because I'm going to tell you, man, this headache, it's like an alien is inside trying to push its way out of my head. And it started all back here, and then it just went into the front, and it just now tucked in behind my eyes. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but wow, man, like migraines are no joke. It's a really, and what a time to not be feeling well. I mean, like it's just everything. Just like, oh God, I've got it. I've got the vid.
Hey, I believe as you say, that's a symptom. That's it.
That's a symptom. Oh, that's a symptom.
All the steps you've been taking, all for nothing. Ray Turner, Wales, calling. Ray, great to have you as well.
Thank you, Ray. Good evening, gentlemen. Oh, Mike Rochburn. Every week it's something. This guy keeps calling Mo Sislak over here.
Yeah. Good evening, guys. Mike Roach Burns. Yeah.
Yes.
Mike. Good one, Roach Mike. You got Dylan. Not me, Mike. Not me.
Mike Roach Burns is here, everybody. Who I believe is really Colin. And his last name is Sick. Colin Sick. You see what I did there, Colin? I actually did that to your real name. So,
off to a great start. Headache or not, you're doing great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been a rough one. And it was funny. So actually last night I attempted to watch TV because it was, I needed to do something, but the light even from the TV was hurting. But I was watching the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. I don't know if you were paying attention to that. And I'm not much of a politic guy, but I enjoyed the speeches. And my dad, he had a moment where he was almost relevant. Oh. He walks into the next room. My mom is sitting on the couch, and he looks at her and he goes, "Hey, do you know who Billie Eilish is?" Like all kind of swag, like he wants to be like showing how like on top of it he is. And my mom goes, "Yes." And then my dad goes, "Well, he's on next."
Oh,
I was like,
so close.
You were so close.
Man,
you were so
really
close to being relevant. Just like for just a second, he was this close, and had a bit of swagger to him too. It was really kind of funny.
Yeah. Blair Woods like that one. LOL. Look at this. We've got. Here we go. Ray Turner. I used to suffer from migraines, but I am on too many painkillers for other issues. So, ... Seriously, though, a bag of frozen peas at the back of your neck might help. It reduces the blood flow. Well, Blair says that's funny and cute.
Yeah, but bag of peas at the back of your neck is very funny. It's a very funny and cute thing. It's really interesting how people have so many different remedies for migraines, and none of them work.
Right.
And I haven't, like, I did cold presses at the back of my neck, and I'm telling you, man, this migraine was like, I'm staying. There's nothing you can do. Cold showers, Tylenol, Advil, cold presses. People are like, well, all you got to do is just massage this part of your hand here. There's the connection to this part of your hand that goes straight to your brain.
The energy points are everywhere. If you just squeeze them and then you rub yourself at the same time, it feels pretty good.
Yeah. No, man, this headache was just it was so, it's just like, it's so stubborn. Like, I'm sticking around. There's nothing you can do. You're praying the pain away.
Praying the pain away. Lol.
Yeah, you know, I thought of that, you know, and then it's just, which God do you pray to? There's so many of them. You know?
So many options. That'll give you a headache all on its own, trying to figure out which one.
Yeah. Well, are you staying hydrated? Are you drinking lots of water? Like, yeah.
What have you been
doing? That's what's going to. It feels like someone has smacked the back of my head with a shovel. I don't need water. I need a new head.
Yeah. Have you been puking?
No, but I was close. I was
nice.
I was feeling that kind of like, oh Lord, it was, oh man, what an existence, and it's a constant state. It's phenomenal, and I don't think it was COVID, but holy shit.
Thanks, Doc. Well, the thing is, you're up in Canada, so it takes you 3 weeks to see a doctor about it. So you hope it's.
I hope not.
Okay.
Hope not.
Hey, Turner. Yeah, I never found any other over-the-counter meds help, no matter what the claims for them. Well, you know, thanks. You just saved Dylan some time. He's not going else. Okay, that's good. At least it's free, Blair Woods. Great job, Blair. So positive. We've got some positive fans. Ray, Blair, consistent.
It's you know, when you're when you're not feeling well, it's so difficult to be around positive people. I really don't like it.
Yeah,
people, and God bless them, you know, like, because people like that, it's all well-intended advice, and it's just so frustrating living in this existence when everything seems to be. You know what? It's like trying to melt an igloo with a blow dryer. It's like it takes maybe this much off of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't do it. And then on top of that, my dad and we get into a fight. My dad's like, I don't know, he's 70 years old now, right? He's lost it. The other day, he starts yelling at me. He calls me fat. He goes, "You're getting too fat." I go, "I'm not getting fat. You're fat. Look at him. He's fat." Like, he's calling me. Is he
from Brooklyn?
No, he's just Jewish. He's just
Canadian Jew.
Canadian Jew, man. They all sound Canadian. Yeah, Jewish people tend to. They some of them have an accent that lends them to either be like Brooklynish or sometimes gay. And maybe it's just the gay accents. They're actually gay. I don't know. I don't know. But they kind of have like a Jewish accent where they talk like, well, that's more Jersey. Yeah. Did you enjoy your hill hike with Dario Durham?
Well, it's Dario. He's referring to. I had a buddy in town in Breckenridge. We went hiking. Very much so, sir, Colin. Very much so. Fantastic hiking. Had some terrific views in the mountains. Lovely. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Okay,
wow, that's how the heck did Mike know that you went on a hike with Dario Durham?
You know, I'm a big deal, man.
Okay.
My buddy
Dario,
he's a comedian in Chicago. He came out and we went hiking. He'd never been to Colorado. He doesn't travel very much, and so I just wanted to make sure we did everything we could. Awesome. We went hiking, and there's some forest fires going on all around us. It's like kind of crazy. It's crazy atmosphere. There's all this smoke coming in. 1 minute you can't see much because of the smoke. The next minute it clears up. It's beautiful mountains. The sky's pretty. So Dario posts all kinds of stuff on Instagram. So it was all over. It was all over the news, man. You know, Dario Treuer up for a hike. It's a big deal, bro. Okay. We did do a show. We did do an in-person show. I'd like to talk about that right now. at my favorite bar, one in the whole world, is called the Gold Pan Saloon in Breckenridge, Colorado. And it's it's the oldest bar. Their claim to fame is the oldest bar west of the Mississippi, because Breckenridge was a mining town. Miners came out and they built their establishments, and the Gold Pan Saloon was one of them. It's a dump of a bar, but it's awesome. And I had reached out to him. Dario was coming out. I wanted to put on a show. I wanted to get a show going because people are doing outdoor entertainment. Last week we were at the venue, and their little back patio in their parking lot they created, there was live music, and I thought maybe we could do a show here. So I reached out to him, didn't hear anything back. I called them. They're like, "Oh, you got to talk to so-and-so." I called so-and-so. He goes, "Yeah, and I talked to him on Friday. He goes, "Yeah, we can do a show, man. That sounds good. Sunday night. Yeah, sounds good. Cool. We'll give you a bar tab. Awesome. Great." And he's like, "Just ask for Ben when you get here." Okay, cool. We go, like, we're excited. We're looking forward to it. We don't know what to expect, really. And I was like, but it is a mountain town. The attitudes in the mountain towns are a little bit different, much more laid back, not like the grind of the big cities. And we show up. I go, "Hey, yeah, we're here to do a show. I'm supposed to ask for Ben." The guy greets us at the door, goes, "I'm Ben. I don't know anything about this." I go, "That's about right." Right. So then he's like, "Yeah, let me make a call." He calls who I had talked to, and he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, you guys are good. Just let me know when you want to go. Sorry, we don't have a microphone or anything." I was like, "Great."
Oh, man.
Great. Right. So there's a family having dinner. There's an enormous biker man who clearly wears sunglasses all the time because he's bright red, except for the albino sunglasses that he's wearing. I was like, this guy looks like someone that we could easily offend, and the consequences would be high. And nervously waiting. He left, thankfully. I went around. There was 10 people there. Just said, "Hey, everybody, we're going to do a show." Got up. I did 20 minutes of just crowd. Just, "Hey, everybody, what's going on? What you been doing?" Talking to everybody. Dario got up, had a great time, and afterwards they've said, "Hey, we love for you to do more here." So I think I found my spot here, which I think, I know you were looking for a spot. It's not what you're situation, but it could be a good spot.
I am, and just anybody watching, if you happen to know, I am looking for some stage time. It's really difficult for me to come by it here in Toronto, Canada, where I'm talking to you from. So I'm trying to put together a set for America's Got Talent. They're asking me, I'm fortunate enough where they called me and they asked, "We'd like you to audition at least, for the producers, and then if to go through all the stages." To audition. But the problem is there's no stage for me here to tape myself to send them that material. So if there's anybody watching that happens to have a stage, I would probably travel quite far for it right now to pursue this opportunity.
Well, buddy, we might have it. I got to work on it a little bit more, but it's not a huge venue or anything. So, but you'd have a place to stay. We could do some cool stuff.
Well, it's interesting, man. Keep me posted to it. The other issue is for me traveling into the United States and then back into Canada is also poses an issue. It's something I'm going to have to really look into because the Canadian border and it's interesting. First of all, it's hard. It's hard to travel borders, and Canada has just put up a fence, but along the U.S. side. In other words, the U.S. has also put up a fence too, in hopes to stop smuggling that's going on between Canada and the U.S. A fence, not a wall, and it's if you saw the fence, it's a cute little fence. It's no more than 4 feet. It's no more than 4 feet tall. It's just a cute little, it's farm fences are more effective. Yeah, it's a really it's almost a fashionable, quaint fence that you wouldn't want to hop just because you wouldn't want to destroy the decorum, really.
White picket fence. I think that's
it's not even picket. It's just a nice little thin little wires. Anyone could hurdle over it.
Yep. Ray Turner, fingers crossed for getting a stage. Also, good luck with Canada letting you back home. Winky.
Yeah, no, that's a good point because Canada might say you can't come back, and even if they did, I'd have to find a place to quarantine for 14 days. Yeah. So it's just stuff to consider right now. But I am looking for a stage. So if anybody happens to know of one, I'm all ears right now.
Well, we'd love to have you for 3 days, and then it's time for you to go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it's nice to know when someone gives you the point where you do overstay your welcome. You know what I mean? It's nice when they go, and 3 days. You know,
3
the
days.
score.
That's good. Listen, 2 nights, 3 days, ideal, and then it's time to go.
Yeah.
Listen, you can be the greatest friend in the world. It's just time to go.
3 days. That's pretty
3
good.
days,
I had
plenty.
when I lived in Los Angeles, I had comedians live with me, and they stayed a lot longer than 3 days.
What were some notable experiences from that time?
I went on the road and I came back, and my place had a, how do I want to say this? Raging ants were climbing all over the place. Like, I mean, you would have thought that he was growing an ant farm.
Yeah.
And the whole place, but when I went there, he was gone, but the whole place was just an infestation of ants.
Yep.
It was unbelievable, like almost like out of a horror movie, like just ants everywhere.
How'd you handle it?
It was insane. I immediately called, the anti-ant people, and
did you call the man?
They're called. Yeah, it was called Uncles.
Yeah.
No, it was. Anyway, they came and they got rid of it. It's
long enough. 3 days is the limit. That's right. They took care of it. Well, why did you live in Los Angeles?
I went there, to try to advance my career in a way, and my career didn't advance until I left Los Angeles.
Okay, let's walk me through
interestingly enough. So when I was in LA, I was at different clubs every night: the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, the Improv, all the big ones, the Ice House, Comedy Magic Club. And I was there to, network and showcase and everything. And it was really tough goings. And I get my spots, but I realized this is a grind that could just last forever. I had to get out because it was such a dark grind. This is an unfun grind. So as soon as I left, literally maybe about 8 months later, out of the blue, I get this email from an agent in LA saying, "Hey, we're looking for someone that can play a cruise ship. Can you perform on a cruise? Were you cool with that?" I said, "Yeah, sure." He said, "And after you do that, we'll talk about representation." I said, "Sounds great." So I left LA and got representation in LA and and a career, and I had a very profitable comedy career.
Sounds about right.
It was very bizarre. Okay,
that's dumb.
But what's really interesting though is at that time I had a college agent at the time, and he had booked me to do a corporate gig in South Dakota, of all places.
Beautiful.
And I got this email from this agent about a week and a half prior to this gig saying, "This is a last minute cancellation. Can you do this gig on this cruise ship?" And I said, "Yes, I can," even though I was already booked to do South Dakota. And I really shouldn't have done it. I ended up canceling, the South Dakota gig, which I felt terrible about, but I just knew this was a much better opportunity. Yeah. And this college agent went nuts on me, man. He was like, just some of the worst, most vile text messages and emails, swearing profusely. He sent me a text message saying, "I just called Las Vegas and told them you're a rapist."
Oh,
I swear, I still have the text message saying.
Did he call the city of Las Vegas?
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing, right? I didn't respond to him because even though he let himself was so vulnerable, I was like, really? Even the Golden Nugget? They're really hard to get a hold of. How'd you do that?
Bellagio?
Yeah, even the Bellage, man? Seriously?
Oh, the Bellage?
You're really getting in the way of my old career here, man.
Yeah, they might offer me as a package to the high rollers with that. So thanks for the call. Okay, that's okay. So, Dylan, I'm curious to know why your dad called you fat. Can you do your dad impression again? It's funny.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So
So during your very long story,
so I have
Scott.
Wrap it up. Yeah, Scott just wants this to be gone. Scott's like, can we just wrap it up? I want to watch another episode of Seinfeld.
Now he wants to get back into some Alex Jones rants.
Alex Jones? I don't think I know Alex Jones.
This guy in the States who has a large following, and he has very extreme, uneducated views on everything, and he creates a lot of problems. But then what he's done is he's built this following, and then he started selling them garbage supplements, saying like how great they are and they increase brain power and blah, 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 which like it turns out.
I think I've heard of that.
Surprise, surprise. He's just making millions of dollars off of it. And he creates this Alex Jones. He's got this huge following of very ignorant people who just don't know any better. Some of them, it's not their fault. They don't know any better. You know, unfortunately, they were born in a situation they can't help it. That they don't know that this guy's a total idiot. And then there's other ones who actively fall. Anyways, I'm going to start to sound like him if I keep going on this tangent here.
Yeah.
Listen,
well, okay. Yeah. So I've developed, I think, I don't know if you've experienced this, but I've developed a little bit of belly fat over here in the land of quarantine, right?
Yeah.
And so, and my dad is worried about that. So and the second that it starts to, I get a stomach bulge, you're fat, you're huge, look at you, disgusting.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like, Dad, I'm not fat. You're fat. Look at you. Like, he's so insistent upon it. And he's worried about me getting diabetes and, you know, heart disease and all kinds of stuff. And it's tough. Here, what do we got here? We got, after your performance as a checkpoint guard in 12 Monkeys, do you not fancy doing some more acting? Oh my God. Colin, did you seriously look up my role as a checkpoint guard in 12 Monkeys, buddy? I don't know whether to be flattered or call the cops. Do you know what I mean? Like that's some serious stalking right there, man.
Yeah.
I'm Alex Jones without a following, money, or supplements to sell. And so he's just crazy. He's just nuts.
Yeah, add social skills to that list.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Get in, buddy. Listen, the fat. I just did after the show that you and I did earlier today, I did another show, just me, and I was just, you know, doing the self-deprecating jokes right off the top. And I said, imagine probably after hearing 3 or 4 of these, you guys are thinking that this guy's pretty self-conscious about his appearance. Yeah, I am. Okay, I was fat for 12 years. I have PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress marks disorder. All right, that was a new one I came up with today.
That's funny.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I mean, you know, you laugh way better than I do. I have a jaded, terrible, decrepit personality. That's why this show needs you.
Ray Turner,
you were in 12 Monkeys. That's cool. I was in 12 Monkeys for a second. I had one line. Whose thinks we're both very handsome? That's always nice.
What's our positive flair? Fantastic. Tell us about, what was it like? Now, was it a made-for-TV 12 Monkeys or the movie 12
No,
Monkeys?
They turned it into a series on the science fiction sci-fi network, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Big following. Right.
Yeah, and so I played, I don't even remember, I can't believe that Colin knew that, or Seymour Butts, or whatever he is today. And and I played, I don't know, I played some army guy, and I literally had one line. And the line that I had wasn't even a line, it was a word. And the word I had to say was shit. I'm not even joking.
Right.
I had to carry a clipboard. I had to accidentally drop it and say shit. And that was my role. And Colin wants to know if I want to pursue more acting.
Fun fact about clipboards: if you attach a heavy clipboard to a resume of somebody and light clipboards to everyone else, the person with a heavy clipboard most likely to get the job.
Really?
Yep. Just because the initial impression, it's like a heavier, weightier thing. It's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways,
some weird psychological.
How did you end up on 12 Monkeys to say shit?
I auditioned, but when I auditioned, I didn't audition with that particular line. I auditioned for something much larger, and they were like, "Well, I think he can say shit."
Maybe they heard you after you learned you didn't get the part. Say shit. They're like, "That's the guy for the other part."
Yeah, he's the shit guy.
That's the shit. Your IMDb top of the thing, the shit guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I gotta.
Yeah. Oh, you got it. There you go.
Next joke.
Well, here I was able to pull out some interesting articles. This one really caught my eye, and I think you'll really like this one. Did you know that Carol Baskin is back in the news, and she had disparaging remarks against Cardi B because Cardi B was using real live tigers in her last music video.
Okay.
And
Uh-oh. Well,
and so as Carol Baskin is really, criticizing her, Cardi B goes, "You killed your goddamn husband, bitch."
Carol's just basking in the glory.
But that's the thing, though, is that I don't know, like, how come, like, Carol Baskin doesn't realize that she is not allowed to criticize anybody or anything ever. She's lost that ability.
100%.
You know what I mean? She can't even, you know what? I find this soup is a little too cold. Your husband's cold because you killed him, bitch. You know what I mean?
Hit him to the tigers.
Yeah.
Scott's got something to add. I remember ripping a 6-foot hookah named Poseidon at my buddy's house, and having never been more stoned in my life, I went downstairs and watched 12 Monkeys with his mom. I blame Dylan. That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, what is this? OFF's. Was she annoyed because the tigers hadn't eat her husband? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, she can't even, like, even if Carol Baskin's like, I'm not listening to this ass anymore. I'm not listening either because you guys think that I fed my husband to a tiger, and like, you killed your husband, bitch.
Yeah.
I just love saying that over everything.
Yep. Next one.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. That was one that I just kept punning off of.
It's a good one. Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, you're really developing.
I'm really developing, and I'm trying to totally get through this with a wonderful head cold.
I'm going to tell you, you're doing great. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. You're riding it out.
That's amazing.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I wonder if, can you see it? Can you see the cold in my face? I can see it when I look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, like, you look sick. I don't know.
When I first met you, I kind of thought that.
Does that guy have a head cold? It seems like he's got it's just
this guy's prone to head colds.
He seems like an ill person.
I do eat healthy.
Yeah. Here's what's funny. A restaurant in China is apologizing for suggesting menu items based on the customer's weight. They're totally fat shaming. Like, they didn't. How did they not know that this wouldn't be offensive? Like, can you imagine walking into some fat guy walking into McDonald's going, "Yeah, I'll just have some 6 chicken and nuggets." I go, "With how many Big Macs, sir?" You know what? Maybe I'll just have the salad. We don't serve the salad inside the fries. Okay.
How many Big Macs, sir?
Yeah. How many, sir?
Ordering a pizza? Yeah, I'll take a small salad. How many deep dish pizzas are you going to eat, Gary?
When you walked in here, the first thing I did was I ordered another McDonald's franchise.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what I did. Okay, there, Tubby.
Listen, that's all right. You can say that. You look sick. Because you have a migraine. You don't know any better.
Yeah.
It's clogging your abilities.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, my God. My whole day is just seeing through a cloud.
Talking about everybody trying to give you recommendations of what to do, trying to be positive. Yeah, how about this? That's got to be good.
Yeah, you should try that. You should definitely. Have you tried spinning around? Maybe just smashing your face against a wall. Have you tried that one?
And you tried 8 Big Macs. 8 Big Macs, 2 French fries, 4 milkshakes. That should do it.
Yeah.
Drop off at Timmy Hortons, get the daily special.
I love Tim Hortons. Oh, my God. Maybe just a jolt of caffeine. Like, I don't want to be awake through this. I want to sleep.
No, I want somebody to hit me with a brick.
Yeah, someone shoot me. I almost thought like what would happen? This is a terrible thought, but I almost thought like if I took like just what if I just like little cuts on the side of my head here just to release the pressure? I don't know if that's I shouldn't even bring that up.
Man. You know?
No, I don't want. I'm not into self mutilation or anything like that. But that was like it hurt so much, man. It was just this rage of pain.
Well, Blair says
which
even
is also my heavy metal band name. What's that?
Blair said, even sick, you still look super cute. So positive.
Oh, thank you, Blair.
Thank you very much. It hurts to
It's
read.
so kind of you.
You would need to cut your skull to release pressure. Blair Woods. Okay, we're not doctors. That was a joke. Don't do it.
Yeah, just joshing with you guys there. You know what I'm saying? It's just joshing.
All right, looking around over here.
Yeah.
All right, that was weird. Next one.
Next one. Here we go.
What are some fun facts?
This is fun. I've got some fun facts. I certainly do have some fun facts, if you're asking. Did you know this? Going right into something very wonderful. You produce about, people produce, not just you personally, produce about 6 pounds of stool per week.
I was like, that sounds a little low. Talk about me personally, man. I changed the diet.
Can you imagine being given that math assignment? You know what I mean? Like that's okay. There, Pat. Your job this week is to discover how much stool in grams and weight people produce a week. So have fun.
I don't need someone to assign that to me to do it.
No,
you know what?
You volunteered for that.
Yeah.
Who wants the stool sampling experiment? Oh, here, miss. Over here. Yeah, I'll just take that right there. And I can get started immediately.
Yeah. Do you know what a pegging is?
No.
A pegging is when it could be any person with feet, but a traditional pegging is when a female takes a strap-on dildo and bends over a male.
Oh, that pegging. Yeah.
Yeah, that pegging, right? I've had a couple of stools where afterwards I've looked at them and be like, I could take a pegging. Oh man, you know the ones that just come out of the water, right? Like the monster.
The ones that are still attached, that are still touching the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, they go in, you can't even see it. You flush it, they don't even spin around. You got to take the plunger and break them in half. Yeah. So hard. You wipe and you're like, is it my time of the month? Is this finally happening? Yeah.
It just looks like a snake's nest.
Ray Turner says it's only 6 pounds. Amateurs. Yeah, Ray, absolutely. 6 pounds. That's one BBQ for Pat. Well, Scott, you know better than that. It's one Chipotle burrito, buddy. Okay.
Boy, I really ignited the board with that one, didn't I?
Everybody poops. We all know that from the Pulitzer-winning book. Everybody poops, right? We know that. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. All right. Well,
and your mom
I think you guys. This is poop talk. Yes, Mom. It is. It is. Thanks, Mom. Very perceptive. That's my mom's on the ball.
Hey, we've got the piano.
This is poop talk now. Now you mind your P's and Q's. Okay, there. That's not how I raised you.
Let me turn in a couple notes here.
Oh, poop. Like music notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. This is the music portion of our show, everyone.
This is the Poop Talk music portion with Dylan and Pat.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Poop Talk Radio. P-O-O-P.
Your host is Mr. Dylan Mandlsohn.
Yes. Wishing you a nice flow.
Listen to nice flow. Get on that toilet seat and let the thunder go.
The thunder roll.
Thunder go. Okay. No more poop. No more.
Let's move on to this one. This one I think you'll enjoy. This is a nice fun fact. Debbie Montague, hello. And
Debbie gave us the
that's just Debbie, like I don't. Yeah, 100% I understand. Correct. It's deserving, Debbie. It's deserving. No one's blaming you for that. Yeah, that's too much. Let's move on.
Almost 40. Yeah, we poop all day.
Poop Debbie, talk. You're accurate. No one's going to argue with
poop
you.
Talk. Thank you, Debbie, for bringing us back down. Oh, is this meant to be funny?
Yeah. not. It was. It's what you're witnessing an epic fail here, Debbie. Congratulations,
Debbie. Did you mean to spell ment? M-E-N-T? We're back. Now we need to poop out of us.
That's. Ooh, there you go. All right, let's do this one, Debbie. Okay, what adult diaper brand do you think President Trump uses? Depend. Oh, you caught me there. Yeah. All right, you got there first.
That's a layup. You've done that one before, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, let me talk about this really quickly. Okay. Because I think you'll find this interesting, and not to get you started, because I know how you feel passionate about Trump, but he has been ordered to give his tax returns to a New York prosecutor.
Right. Won't be released till after the election. I know, it's terrible.
Well, regardless, the fact that he has to, they're asking 8 years of his tax returns. And, Trump said this is a continuation of the most disgusting witch hunt in the history of our country.
Right.
That's a quote, as opposed to the witch hunts that burned people alive and hung them from trees. This one's much worse, according to Trump.
Or like the chuckle.
And what's interesting, and his team has said that enforcing this subpoena would cause him irreparable harm by disclosing his private confidential information. In other words, I think that everybody knows that he's guilty of not paying his taxes and could go to jail. Like that is a big thing, because everybody knows that when people don't want to reveal information, if you've ever been with someone and you suspect they're cheating on you, you're like, well, let me see your phone. And they're like, no, you can't see my phone. Like, well, and then you finally get it. You're like, oh, here's all the text messages right here, right?
Yeah.
Dylan,
oh
my God.
Memorable portrayal of agent.
Oh my God, Colin. You're killing me, buddy. You're killing me.
Hear about this CIA agent business, sir.
I played a CIA agent on an episode of Nikita. It was like I had, again, like 3 lines, and I can't believe Colin's bringing that up. It's like...
Have you ever used those as self-deprecators on stage? I know I look like the made-for-TV version. I play a security guard in the made-for-TV version of 12 Monkeys. Or I know I look like I had a guest spot in Nikita, made for TV.
When I was growing up, I used to do, hey, I know what you're thinking. Hey, look, everyone, the kid from Mad Magazine grew up.
Right.
I did that. And then I do the impression.
Yeah. If you don't know who the Chuckle Brothers are, that was a serious burn. Well, I'm just impressed that she was able to spell it, Ray. So it could be the greatest burn in the world. It was spelled properly.
It's clearly that Debbie has tuned in to hate. There's no question. Debbie showed up and was just like, I'm here to dislike everything.
Yeah, like the Chuckle Brothers. No,
you know what? We're at a point right now where we're just happy to have a viewer. So Debbie, you're more than welcome.
Oh, Debbie, fire at will. Really, we enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't scare us, Debbie.
Grateful you're watching.
Yes, we're just happy you're here.
Yeah.
But I had a phone call from a buddy of mine from New York, and this was a very serious phone call, and he said he was asking, what's it like in Canada, man? Because I'm moving there. I can't take this anymore. Because there's a really strong chance that Trump could be reelected. And, it's he was saying that it's really difficult for him to have conversations with a lot of people. He's a pretty high-strung guy, and God love him, but he's pretty sensitive to people disagreeing with his views. And I guess that's because I don't share that. I enjoy listening to where people come from. I was working with a corporate comedian in Los Angeles, and he's a really good corporate act. This guy works for Fortune 500 companies. He's not a traditional stand-up. He's like a juggler, a unicyclist, juggling ping pong balls in the air. And I really wanted, and I was excited I got to work with him at the Laugh Factory once. And after the show, we were talking, and this guy believes that the world is 6,000 years old, and that vaccines don't work, and that and he doesn't use them. He believes that God will cure you of any ailment that you have.
Of course.
And he's an anti-vaxxer, obviously. And just I wasn't angry. But I was like, wow, though. Like just a very potent level of ignorance to think that like the world is like 6,000 years old. Of all the science out there, of all the things, like raises his family this way, and I was just like normally you could have a reaction where you're like, what are you talking about? You're so stupid. I was just like, what else do you believe? Like I was
Tell me more.
so curious. And he's like, well, like global warming's a hoax, and I'm just like, wow,
dude,
that's amazing. Like like all of that stuff.
Well, the sun definitely revolves around the earth, man. 100%.
I mean, it was really, but it's so interesting to see like how gifted he was as a performer, like for what he does as a performer. He's an excellent juggler. He's even like a decent joke writer from within what he does. He's very entertaining.
Situations like, I'm glad this person found comedy because clearly they can't do anything else. By the way, I want to set the stage here for everybody watching. Dylan and I were on a show earlier that was involved with a bunch of people who put things together, meetings and traveling and all that. And before we went on, there was a video from Delta Airlines, and the video said, like, talks about all the things they're doing and everything. And one of the things they say is, and for all the anti-maskers. And I thought about that. Did you catch that? Did you hear when they said there's anti-maskers? I go, well, listen, anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers are definitely one and the same, which is awesome because then I appreciate double the chances they're not going to be around too much longer. So keep on going. Keep on going. Don't get the vaccine that comes out. Don't wear a mask. Smoke cigarettes. Eat candy. As much pizza and Big Macs as you like. Don't go to China because they're going to suggest things. Maybe do go to China. Double down on it. Double down. Okay.
Well, it's interesting. China did double down. There was thousands that crammed into a huge Wuhan pool party literally at ground zero of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that insane? Like a giant pool party. Like, isn't that like the guy who might have discovered HIV going, so like, let's have a monkey banging party. What do you say, you guys? Let's bang a few monkeys. Why don't we do that? Remember that was fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's insane. And so it sucks. A lot of people are just on Team COVID. I'm convinced. I think Florida's one of them. I think human Florida is on Team COVID. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're fourth in the world.
3 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. Okay. Well, with 2 minutes left, I can do one more fun fact. Let's do this. The largest bill in circulation is $10,000. A $10,000 bill. I have one. I do. I take it to Starbucks. I like going there with it. I order a latte, and they say you're $1.20 short. Yep, that was the joke, everybody. Thank you.
Well,
nope. Okay.
The nickname for anti-maskers is rat lickers, symbolizing deniers during the bubonic plague who licked rats. I kind of wish some of these anti-people would lick rats.
Yeah, even by today's standards.
Okay, it was a good joke.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I guess I've had better.
Blair Woods says that was funny.
That was funny. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, most people laugh, but I'll take the verbal validation.
Yeah. Well, you're great at giving it too. That's funny.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's how I laugh today, though. I'm a that's funny kind of guy.
Buddy, you've been a champion. I just gotta say, if anyone doesn't know, Dylan's got a massive migraine. I'd like to remind him of it a couple more times.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, you went through. You did well. You got it out. You got some of the jokes hit. Other ones, yeah. You listen to me, and you're like, at least I'm doing better than him. That's.
No, hey, it's gonna cost me. Because I can feel it already starting to like.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a miserable night for sure.
Yeah, totally. But I want to thank everybody that's tuned in. I do. I love you guys for even that woman who can't spell and hates us.
Debbie.
Debbie. Yeah. Even Debbie.
Debbie, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike saw tumbleweeds. Yeah, it was. I guess it was that kind of a show. But you guys are such troopers, and I appreciate you sticking through this. And again, if you want to follow us on Instagram or TikTok, well, you can follow Pat here. He's at Real Funny Pat. on Instagram. And I'm at Dylan Comic, DYLANCOMIC.
Honestly,
thank you, Blair.
Yeah, Blair, super nice. Scott asked if you've tried Midol.
No, I know there's a huge list of things for migraines that work none of the time.
Listen, you've done great, buddy.
Yeah,
I appreciate
you
showing up, doing this. I know it sucks, but hey, not the show, the migraine.
Yeah, I feel like my face is like hanging like an inch lower than usual. Like it's brutal.
You look about 10 years older than the last time.
Right? Doesn't it? It's just
yeah, it's bad, dude. You look terrible.
But the point is, we've got another one in the can.
Hey,
am I right? We got another one. We did,
ladies and gentlemen. It's been a successful episode.
I look like the last man standing at the Alamo, but we did it.
You guys are amazing. Can't wait till. Thank you very much, Blair, Scott, Ray, Colin, even Debbie and Fran. Thank you for watching, everybody. Same Comedy Crumpet time, same Comedy Crumpet channel next week. Dylan and Pat, Dylan Mandlsohn. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on TikTok. Watch his Dry Bar special if you haven't. It's fantastic. And I'm Pat. You can see me here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, this is great, though. This is the end of the episode.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We love you. Very much appreciate you. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.